Hi, welcome back to another episode in my kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking garlic Kashmiri prawns. So, real nice combination of garlic, spices, pretty Indian restaurant style and pretty innovative at the same time. So let's start with the ingredients. We have a little bit of green pepper that has been chopped into slivers, not too many. We have some red chilies, 2 or 3 that have been sliced down the middle. We have 3 or 4 cloves of garlic cut up into nice little pieces. Bring that garlic flavour through. We have about, I think it's 250 grams of prawns that have been marinating in a little bit of salt and a little bit of turmeric and lemon juice for about an hour. Okay, so we have some ginger and garlic paste, about 3 teaspoons. We have a teaspoon of black salt. It's actually pink, but it's black salt. Goes really well with the recipe. We have some basar, that's basar curry powder, which is a Kashmiri mix, pre-bought actually for convenience. I don't have a recipe for it myself, but because it's authentic to Kashmir, along with the theme of the recipe, that's what I'm using, no mixed powder. We have some Kashmiri chili powder, 1 heap teaspoon. We have some kasuri methi, about 1 teaspoon. We have a generous glug of lemon juice. We have about a tablespoon of tomato puree, and we have some Kashmiri paste. Now, I'm going to show you a recipe for that in the future. So provides the signature taste to this dish, but that's for another episode in the near future. And last but no means least, we have about 250 mils of base gravy. Okay, so let's get cooking. So I've got my base gravy heating up alongside my main pan. Don't add cold base gravy to a curry, always make sure it's hot. And I did forget, I'm using some plain sunflower oil, or you can use whatever oil you want. I'm going to heat that up and we'll come back to that in a moment. So that oil's nicely heated up. Let's add our ginger and garlic paste. Give that a good sizzle. Same with the tomatoes, tomato puree. Give that a good sizzle just to get some of the moisture content out and get rid of the raw flavours. So, highest heat possible. Let's now add the Kashmiri paste. So it adds a nice deep rich red colour to this dish. Very tasty as well. And we're just going to combine those ingredients and we'll come back shortly. So that's sizzling away nicely now, well combined. See some of the oil splitting. Let's add some of the kasuri methi. Let's make sure we scrunch that up so the flavour disperses thoroughly throughout the dish. Okay, let's add our Kashmiri chili powder, our black salt, whoops, basar curry powder or Kashmiri mix, and let's also add our lemon juice on top of that and give it a good stir. Make sure you fry it on a medium heat for 30 to 40 seconds just to get everything well infused and get rid of the raw spices, the raw flavours, of those spices. So let's add our garlic. Don't really want the garlic to soften. I want to get that garlic overtone with the taste on the finished dish. So we're working quite quickly here today, that's great. Let's add the chilies, the peppers. I want a little bit of a crisp taste on those peppers, so again, we don't have to cook it too long. let's just add a little bit of base gravy to loosen the mix up. And we're going to turn the heat up high, make sure that's all combined. Nice brown colour, great smell already. And we'll come back to that in a moment. So that's been about 1.5 minutes. Let's add the prawns that have been marinating in salt, turmeric and lemon juice. They'll add a little bit of moisture to the dish. I've added the prawns at this early time just to make sure they're coated with the thick sauce that we have at the moment. It's most flavourful before we add any more base gravy. And all we're going to do is bring that to a good heat now, and we'll come back to that shortly. So that's great. It's starting to stick to the bottom, which is a good sign. A lot of the water has evaporated. Oil is well split. Let's just add the rest of the base gravy. Should have used a spoon then. And we're going to do the same. We're going to give it a good mix. Very nice, rich dish this, with overtones of garlic and pretty spicy. And we'll come back to that shortly, ready for serving. Okay, so it was important not to stir that. Like so many BIR, you get some almost caramelization, almost a charred flavour on this dish, which is fine because it's deep, it's red, it's rich. So I'm just going to turn that down now to a low heat for about a minute and a half, and we're ready to serve. So there's the finished dish, almost anyway. So because I didn't stir it for the last like 4 minutes, we almost got a charred effect. That's what I wanted with this dish. So it tastes very mature, very smoky taste, very rich. You probably want to have it with some, white bread of some kind, like a naan, chapati, paratha, white rice, pilla rice. Well, to be honest, it goes well with anything. And finally, we're just going to add a little bit of coriander. Really great taste. If you love rich, vibrant, smoky, mature tasting curry, this is the one for you. Okay, so garlic Kashmiri prawn. Feel free to like, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video.